I appreciate you being here today. And today we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about today. You already know it's your main topic. We have a lot to talk about today. Alright, so today, my first thing I'm going to be talking about is what have you accomplished this past year? What did you accomplish? Because me, I feel like I accomplished a lot last year, but this year I'm still working towards what I want to accomplish. You know what I mean? And so definitely today I'm gonna talk about what I've accomplished last year, 2020, due with the COVID and everything. So I'll be happy if you share this. Because all I do this is to inspire you, and everybody listening. Whoever's listening to this, I want to inspire you to get up and accomplish one thing. Set goals and go get them. So I took a couple of minutes to write a couple of things down, what I accomplished, right? So I would definitely say the first thing I accomplished last year was not to get COVID. Any crazy, like the whole year. I know that was my first year in America, and it sucked, right? To be your first year in America and boom, COVID from nowhere. I know it feels bad, and I feel y'all on that, but that is the first thing that I accomplished, and I'm so proud of myself. And I want to appreciate my parents, my grandmom, and everybody that was by me last year, because we had tough times, man. Like we had tough times trying to to adapt with the American system. Excuse me, trying to adapt with the American system, and also staying away from COVID and trying to live a happy and healthy life. So that's gonna be the first thing that I accomplished last year. So the second thing that I accomplished is gonna sound funny was to start a TikTok account. Yeah, who doesn't know TikTok nowadays? I feel like I choked on something. I don't know what I did, but so the second thing that I accomplished was starting a TikTok account. It's kind of funny because my sister actually she used to do TikTok every time we hang out, and she like, let's do a dance video. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I wasn't a fan of TikTok. Never have I ever thought of downloading TikTok. But it's when she showed me like people having 6 million views. I was like, wow. So this is crazy, yo. Like for real, people having 6 million views, people having followers, people creating how's it called? People creating families, communities, and all of that stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. Sorry. So when I downloaded TikTok, that was when I downloaded TikTok, I wasn't like I never watched any video, no, excuse me, I never did anything. So when I went out for my driving class, that is when I officially did my first TikTok video, and I did a song. I sang "It's Been a Long Way," blah. Yeah, you know that song, right? So that's the song I first did. That was my first ever TikTok, and I was like, oh, this seems good. Then later on in the evening, boom, that is where I started to talk about doing videos, duetting people. I didn't even know none of that. I didn't even know how to do it. I started watching what someone did. I would try to redo mine, you know what I mean? Copy and paste. That's all I did on TikTok. And my first video got 70,000 views, and I was like, what? The first video that went viral, I was like, what? Of me reacting to he's a street performer. So I reacted to his. Even he commented on. I was like, wow. I felt how it feels to be famous for a minute. That is a wonderful feeling. I would say everybody should try to have that feeling, but don't be a cloud chaser. Do what you love the most. You know what I mean? And I would say the second accomplishment that I did was set a goal to have 10,000 followers by the end of last year, and we did it, y'all. We did it. We had 10,000 followers on TikTok, and we had 10,000 followers on TikTok. And my goal to start 2021 was to get 20,000 followers. and we actually did it. We now are 20,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm so proud of what I've accomplished. And I appreciate every single one of y'all who listen to my podcast or who watch my TikToks. I want to say I love you so much. And okay, I did said I had no goals for 2021. For 2020, sorry, I had no goals for 2020. But now it's 2021. So what have I accomplished so far? I would say what I accomplished is getting 20,000 followers already on TikTok. And the second thing that I have accomplished is starting a YouTube channel. The third thing I have accomplished is doing podcasts, talking to y'all, And I feel like that is a lot that I've done so far. But that is our limit for now. But we're going to move mountains. We have to do this every single day. Though I know I'm going to be busy during the summer. But if I don't upload during the summer, no, I'm kind of trying to adapt or trying to work on something. But definitely I am going to be uploading literally almost all the time, yo. And right, that's what I accomplished in 2020. So my next thing I want to start talking today, and I'm going to keep talking till I get over with. So my next thing that I want to talk about is the fact that you are black. That doesn't mean you are an African. I want to repeat that sentence. The fact that you are black, that doesn't mean you are an African. Because a lot of people come to confuse the difference between African / black Americans. I don't know. I'm not trying to be hypocritical or anything. I'm just trying to put this out there. So when you see someone, you you know this is a black African, black American, and this is an African. So, alright, I'm trying to say this in a simple way. If you are African, right? You see, like me as an African, I know English, French, my dialect, my mother tongue, and pidgin English. You see, that's what proves that I'm African, because I have like a dialect. I have a background. Like I have way to go back. Like technically, I would definitely say if you're an African, you're an immigrant. You're an immigrant in America. But if you're not an immigrant in America, there's a chance that you are a black American. Don't get me wrong. Still, the fact that you're an immigrant, but you can stay in America for a long period of time and you become a citizen of the United States. But still, yet you are the citizen of the United States, but you have like some way you would go to if it's bad. You always have that one place. You're always gonna be welcome, Africa. You know what I mean? Cause the other day I was talking to my friends, right? And then they were like, we have the same color, which makes me an African. I was like, dude, if you are an African, right, you have to know something. You have to know what part of Africa you're from. You have to know at least how to say something in your language. Like in my house, in my family, half of my family are raised in Africa before we came over here. Like me, I grew up and I was raised in Africa, then I moved over here. You know what I mean? And the same time, my siblings and cousins that were raised here, all of them know a couple of things, how to say a couple of things in my dialect or in pidgin English. You know what I mean? I don't want to say that there are Africans, quite right, because both of their parents are from African. You know what I mean? But if both of your parents were born and raised in America, you in America, I don't want to say you're an African. I don't know if that makes it clear. So that's gonna be our first episode for today, and I appreciate you listening. And the next episode, I'm gonna break this down. Why you should not see every black person on the street and say he's an African, because there's a difference between an African and a black American. So thank you all for listening. I'm gonna do the second episode very soon. To differentiate between Africans and black Americans. So you already know. Thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate you so, and thank you for your service. Like I always say, you're always welcome to the family, and we have a lot to talk about on this topic about our black people are not Africans. So that's gonna be it for today, and I appreciate you giving it a listen, and see you soon. It's your main topic, all black people and other Africans.